All right, well, welcome to the Apex Sniper webinar here. We're going to do ES trade. We're going to go over the S&P 500 E-mini futures. At Apex, a lot of times we have focused traditionally more on NASDAQ itself. However, due to, the whole coronavirus, crazy market volatility, pandemic, etc., driving the markets nuts, ES has become more like NQ was. And so it's given us plenty of great setups. It's moving fast instead of slow like ES used to move. And so if you're new and you're watching the videos, then you're going to see us talk about NQ all the time. And you're going to be wondering why there's no stinking signals on NQ. So is anybody new in here and wondered they're watching the NQ chart and they're like, I don't see any X boxes. So has that happened to anyone in here? We got quite a few new people on, I see. So we got about 450 people on tonight. All right, so there we go. Good. Well, welcome. And so you're gonna you'll see in every video I'm talking about NQ, NQ, and NQ, NQ. Okay. However, you need to switch to ES or MES. Okay. So if you've been in the elite room, you definitely know that. I put the video up there, but I just want to make that really clear. You want to switch over to ES. So I'm going to go over the settings for ES. We're going to do some trade reviews, all that. Just like any financial presentation, I got to say, there's risk involved in trading. Know what to do before you're doing it, etc. Okay? So welcome to everybody who's new. And, just in case you don't know, you can get free access if you don't have it already at apexinvesting.com/bootcamp. And again, that's apexinvesting.com/bootcamp. 30 days free, so feel free to share that link with anybody that you know. Okay? And after that month is up, or even during that month, you can go ahead and sign up for $1 for your next month. And that's under apexinvesting.com/sniper, but it has to be after you've used your bootcamp. Okay? So you don't create a second account, it won't work because the system locks everything down on one computer. Okay? But apexinvesting.com/bootcamp, 30 days, full access. Take advantage of the trade room. Okay? Take advantage of the training. Don't just do one video and stop and say, well, I just started. I've seen people go through the entire training in a day. I've seen a lot of people go through the entire training in a weekend. And just to make sure you know where to go and what to do, hop on over. Once you sign up for bootcamp, then you'll see this thing that says click here to activate bootcamp. You click right on it. You get inside. Either it signs you up, or if you're signed up, it'll sign you in. You want to get through 1 through 8 as quickly as possible. Don't just get stuck on the ETX trades. Okay? Because there's stuff you need to learn down here that's very valuable. Mastering X boxes, the naked X boxes, automated trading, trading computers, trading psychology, market replay mastery, things like that. Okay? And even got trading tax tips. Good timing, right? So, and then there's other setups you can learn later, but try to get all of this section right here, and it looks bigger than it is because it's cheat sheets, this is literally just the next webinar link. So I'll put another one up there, tomorrow, okay, for next week. But and we post all the webinars on YouTube, on our Facebook page, and also at the bottom under webinar recordings, we have the most recent webinars uploaded. So again, hop on over to youtube.com/apexinvesting. And if I can spell right, that helps. But and then when you're watching, a video, subscribe to the channel, like it, and then also go in and click the bell next to the video. And what will happen is, if you end up, liking it, and you'll have a different thing than I have because I'm not on one of our videos. But if I go over here and click on this, then I can, if I like a video, I can go over and I can basically choose a bell to allow me to get notifications when there's a new video. Also, if you go over to facebook.com/Apex Investing is our Facebook page. So make sure to like that and hop on over to, let's see, if you search Apex Investing up here at the top, then you'll see we have a group as well, Futures, Forex, and Nadex, Apex Investing. And I'll post that link real quick for you inside here. That is the first place new content goes, is right inside of our group. So you do want to make sure you hop inside that group and hop inside, follow the pages and stuff. You get access to content. We all get emails to get lost, so it's a good way to keep up with stuff. I posted several videos in the group today that if you're not in the group, you probably didn't get, or if you're not on YouTube, you didn't get, because that's the only place they are. Okay? So you do want to follow us on there for, bonus videos that I do throughout the week that are maybe 2 minutes long, where I'm teaching a small lesson that's very helpful. So does anybody like some of those lessons from this past week? Like lessons on the DOM, lessons on chop and range, lessons on coil chop, things like that? So yeah, I'm getting a lot of, yes replies. So again, there you can see them on YouTube and on Facebook, the Apex Investing group. So one of the added a new thing on our page, a new playlist. If you got a playlist right here, and one of them is DOM video trainings. So this actually has, several videos on how to read the unlimited DOM, how to use the DOM to avoid mistakes, 9K profit using the DOM, using order prints to tighten stops, short videos, so things like that. So there's some DOM trainings, and so as I do short lessons, I'm posting them up there, and you can see these are 1 minute, 2 minute videos. There's one webinar where I go really deep into the DOM. That's an hour and a half. And then I do a short video on how to set up the unlimited DOM. Okay? That's 15 minutes, how to place orders on it, how to use it. But, so if you haven't checked that out, I want to make sure everybody was aware of that. And then 90-day challenge. So anybody who has been doing the 90-day challenge? I just did a whole seminar on how to trail. By the way, that does remind me. If you go to apexinvesting.com/Apex Live, somebody mentioned wanting to learn how to trail. This teaches you all about trailing. So we go into levels, we go into 30-tick charts. I teach you plays that we haven't taught anywhere before. So John, we literally teach you some new plays that we haven't ever taught, that happen to be on ES as well. Just that one play alone pays for the entire course. But so if you want to go there, it's www.apexinvesting.com/Apex Live. You get access to the recordings of the entire event. It's 3 days, and it was amazing. Ask anybody in the room what they thought about it, and they'll tell you how much they loved it. But, want to make sure, 90-day challenge. Who has done the 90-day challenge? If you're posting, I'm seeing it. It doesn't show it publicly. It's a GoToWebinar thing. It's not a setting that we can choose. Some of you have, so you've been doing it. Not yet. Some of you are starting. Okay, well, we have our first 90-day challenge. We started it 90 days ago, okay? And what we do is if you submit your 90-day challenge Excel spreadsheet, okay, then in the account help desk, then you'll be entered into a contest for next week's webinar where I'm going to give away a $10,000 value platinum membership or 2 days, all expenses paid, post-pandemic, travel, hotel, trading with me in my trading studio on my ranch. And I pay for your food, your airfare, your hotel, everything. And you get your choice. So this is an example of one of our traders that has been submitting this. This is Gary's. And his 90 days, he has his first 20, second 20, third 20. I mean, check him out, 87%, 91%, 95%. Started with $4,000, now to $11,713. So who wouldn't like to be up? This isn't mine. This is straight out of one of our Skype rooms, our UK Skype room. Who wouldn't like to be up an extra, $5,700, $6,700? Actually, that's $7. That's more than that, isn't it? So gross profit $8,382.50 in the last 3 months. Okay? All right, well, he took the 90-day challenge seriously. And he did it. Like, he literally focused on it. He logged his trades. He put them all in. Okay? He asked questions. He watched the videos. He spent time in the rooms. Like, he spent a lot of time doing this. So, and he ended up with a net profit of $7,700. So, for those of you who haven't done it, does this motivate you a little bit to maybe pull that 90-day challenge spreadsheet down under the what's next section and do it? Because some of y'all have been like, yeah, I don't really want to go and do a stupid spreadsheet every single day. Okay? Yeah, you can still do this using Lilu. I don't care if you're doing it using demo, but I mean, do something. Yeah, how y'all like the funding? Are y'all liking that? So if you're new and you don't know about that, we have a funding program now. We have a 15% coupon off as well. Fund you with up to $300,000. So let me retype that link. So we got a lot of people that are, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. So that are rocking it. I don't know what you mean by 50%, but start asking a lot of questions about the 90-day challenge. So if you've done that, then what you need to do is by Friday, by this Friday, okay? So you procrastinators need to go back and fill it in. Submit your 90-day challenge spreadsheet, okay? All right, we'll do another one of these. So if you haven't done it, in 3 more months, we're going to give another giveaway. Okay? For a platinum membership. All right? So make sure that you start using this. Okay? And I mean, this is me giving you homework and saying I'll give you something. Like, you've already signed up. Okay, I don't get anything out of this. Right? Do y'all get that? Like, this is homework for you that I'm saying if you do homework, I'll give you something. So I'm trying to motivate you and I'm trying to show you, what kind of impact this can have on your trading. And this is just literally a post from today from Gary at 5:40. He's like, hey, today is my last day of the 90-day challenge. So, obviously, it did something for him. It worked. So, I want you to be successful. Okay? I want you to be successful. And logging your trades using this 90-day challenge spreadsheet will greatly aid in your success. Okay? So anyways, a reminder on that. Anybody who's done it, submit a help desk ticket and attach your Excel spreadsheet. Okay? All right, so let's get on to ES. Yep, new one is starting tomorrow, April 1st. Okay? So if you haven't been doing it, now is the time. Okay? Now, ES settings. We're going to go in and let me pull up a chart. Hold on over here. And we're going to go through the settings. Okay. So, I may even open up. Let's see here. file, new chart. Go to ES. Right now we're on the June contract. So you select that. You're going to change it to 8 ticks. Okay? And you're going to make sure you choose diagnostic bars. So let's change that to 8. Then we're going to load just like right now. Usually we used to load like 10. Right now, like load like 3 days. Okay? If you're opening MES, you'll choose 8 ticks. You'll load 3 days. Same thing. Okay? ES is the S&P E-mini 500 futures. It moves in quarters. It's worth $12.50 per quarter. Or the minis are worth $1.25 a quarter. Also, there is a section on the website on the sniper page. On the bootcamp page. Let me show you this real quick. Somebody is just asking about what ES is, which is good. I mean, if you don't know, ask. If you scroll down here down to foundations, if you're new to trading, like this will explain like what futures are, what micro futures are, you know, what circuit breakers are, what order types are, things like that. So it's a really helpful section of foundational videos. So if you're feeling lost on some stuff, like that's a great place to go to sort of help you get caught up. Make sure you choose default 24/7. What I do is I just click the session template and I hit D twice. And it'll take you to default 24/7. And then you can use whichever template you want to. I mean, if you're using the automated trader, then you know you're going to use probably like the semi-auto advanced, okay? If you're not using the auto trader, you're probably going to choose one with like no alerts or just like with the trapped order alerts, okay? And then you click OK, your chart will load up. Now, if this is the first time you're opening one up, you're not going to have all this stuff on it, okay? Order prints live going forward. Even if you download the order prints file and upload it, the one that we upload weekly, that only gives you data from last Friday. It doesn't give you up-to-the-minute data. So your order prints data will feel live going forward, okay? Now, every weekend, we have a file that you can catch up on. You can go and you can download that, and it can fill everything back in for you, okay? Now, MES is the exact same way. Okay, so we got 8 ticks, all right? Let's talk about ATMs, okay? Well, we have a different bar size. So what the bar size formula does for the ATM is the bar size -1 is your profit target. The bar size times 2 plus 1 is your stop. So that would make 8 minus 1 is 7 is your target. And 8 times 2 plus 1, so 16 plus 1, 17, is your stop. Okay? All right, so first y'all get those settings right there. Okay. So then what you're going to do is go manage ATM templates and then name it. I have mine named 117.7 for one size is 1. The stop is 17, take profit 7. Okay? I click OK. And the way I pulled it up again was right over here. These 3 little dots on the side. So if this is shrunk, you'll see an arrow over here. Click that. Click here. And then if you're making a new one, you'll choose custom, and then you'll put in the quantity. Actually, before I even chose custom, like I would put in the quantity, then choose custom, because it'll bring the quantity directly down when you say custom. So you want to have your quantity filled in first, and then put in your stop and profit, and then right-click and say manage, and save it. Okay? Okay. So now there's a couple other things that we need to change. So we need to go in here to our bar range indicator. We'll have 3 of them. Okay? And I need to change these. So range offset, I need one of them set to 1, which you should have that. The other one should be set to half the bar size. So 4. And the other one should be set to the whole bar size. So 8. 1, 4, and 8. And then click OK. So I right-clicked on the chart. Then I clicked on indicators. Then I scrolled down here and I found the bar range indicators. And then at the top there it has the offset, and I made 1, 4, and 8. So anytime that you change the bar size, you want to have a 1, half the bar size, and the whole bar size. And what that's for is it will tell you that's the entry price. Like if this were a, say, an Xbox, trapped Xbox trade, that's telling you the entry price. That's showing you the take profit price. And the middle one shows you the take profit price after the new bar has started. So you don't have to do the math. Okay? Now, the one other thing, so you need to do the same thing on MES as you would on ES. Okay? Now, the other thing we need to do is you're probably going to have NQ walls defaulted inside here somewhere. Because you don't need NQ walls on ES. But you do want ES walls. So go down here and find ES walls. Double click them. It'll add it to the bottom. Okay. So add the ES walls indicator. That'll be these little dotted lines that you see right here. They go all the way to the right. Okay. And then again, the bar range. Very top there, 1. Make your second one 4. Make your third one 8 in the range offset. All right, so we've deleted the NQ walls, we've added the ES walls, we've changed the bar range indicator. Okay. We have one other setting we want to do in here. We want to go to institutional order prints. Scroll to the top up here to block orders. It'll be in alphabetical order. Change that block size to 250. Okay. Now you don't change it on MES, but you do change it on ES. Okay. So just to make sure this is like really all like written down for you. All right. Let's see. We're gonna have 8 brick size. Okay. ATM set to a 7 take profit and a 17 stop. Okay, and then we're gonna have, let's see, remove NQ walls, add ES walls. Change bar, 3 bar range offsets to 1, 4, and 8. On ES only, not MES, change institutional order prints block setting to 250. Yeah, we can go ahead. We can add that up here. Oops. And then we could also add days to load 3. Okay, the whole clusters, it doesn't matter if you change them. You can change them if you want to. I don't change them. Okay. This is on NinjaTrader 7, correct? So if y'all want to, this would be a great screenshot for you to take. That's why I just made it. Okay? But ES and MES settings. So really anything that you have 8 ticks on, right? Except for the institutional order prints. Does that make sense? Like what I'm showing you right here, I don't know why that did that. This up here will make that centered. This is something you just need to learn. Your ATM is going to be the brick size -1 for the take profit, and the brick size ×2 +1 for the stop. You're going to change the bar range indicators to equal 1, half the bar size, and the whole bar size. Like that's all you got to do, really. Okay? If you don't have ES walls in your indicator options, then close your NinjaTrader down, open your Apex Toolkit, click Install, and that'll upgrade to the newest version. So yeah, we can put on there, default 24/7, sort of something you do on everything. Okay. So hopefully y'all got that screenshot. If not, you can go back and grab it in the video. But again, bar range is just where it says bar range version 2 right there. You can just change that setting. 1, go to the next bar range indicator because you have it on there 3 times. 4, and the next bar range indicator you have it 8. And you could use either, as far as templates go, you're still going to need to change settings for ES specifically, and that's what I just went over with you. So y'all going to have to rewatch the video if you didn't catch it, okay? But the templates would be either your sniper alert template, okay? Or would be your, let's see here, we got your semi-auto advanced, if you're using the automated trader, or it would be your silver sniper setups, like usually I would say trapped Xbox alerts. Okay. Has everybody followed along so far? Got a question about 30 tick? The 30 tick one you don't have to change anything on. It's already, I believe it's set. So I'm trying to make sure that everybody, even if you're brand new, like those are the settings you need to understand. The chart is not set to a time frame, it's set to an 8-tick bar size. So we have our own bar types, Apex Diagnostic bars, and they move 8 ticks from the open to the close. We do not change cluster settings. That's a rumor that went around. If you want to change them, I don't care, but I don't change them. For the beginner, you'd want the one that I showed. You'd want the one with the trapped order alerts. Or, if you have the automated trader, show, the automated one. If you get a big red X on your chart, then you need to close Ninja, open the toolkit, clear your cache, and then reopen Ninja. Okay. Everybody good on settings? Because I know there's been some confusion on settings, and I want to make sure that y'all had that down. Question, what are the large red and green circles with the X? Those are absorption markers. So I have my absorption turned on in my order prints. Automated, the same ones I show you inside the training. Just TX, semi-auto, advanced. Means the market is absorbing orders. It often will be a sign of a reversal when combined with other things. I'll be teaching more about that in the coming weeks. Let's see, as far as the 30 tick chart, which you probably don't know how to read unless you did Apex Live, then yeah, you got the 30 tick plane template. These are, what are these used for? These are used for the automation, where it actually automatically places the trades for me. I think ETX grade trades and Naked Xbox trades are great. Okay, so now that we've done all that, let's see. The next thing on the list here is review. Are y'all ready for some review? Now, these down here are what help the automated trader work. They pull information from the order prints. All right. Well, one thing I was going to do is I was going to go back. A lot of people were asking for reviews of last Thursday. Okay? So that's when we came with the idea to do the review today. So let's start with that. How does that sound? Yeah, because people got hurt Thursday, and I want to go back and I want to look at Thursday with you. Okay? That would not be a valid long unless you're trying to make it a range trade. But let's go back to Thursday. Let's start there. Let's stay on topic. We can do live trades in the room. Let's see here. What was last Thursday? The 26th, was that right? Yeah, okay, good. I did that pretty well. Okay, so let's just go to the open, where we normally start trading in the morning. Okay. And we wait till 9:35. Would have been a couple nice trades there. Like a long there and a long there, but we don't take them right in the open because they're so fast and sporadic. That's a lot of movement in 5 minutes. And then, let's see here. Okay, 9:35. Okay. So we do a little game here. We call it trade or no trade. Okay? So, right here, we got a long Xbox. We got long DR. Okay, for trend. So it's a naked Xbox with a paw print on it. Do we take the trade? Is it valid with the rules? Why do y'all think you wouldn't take the trade? We're talking about right here. That's a reversal bar. The bar closed down, the next bar closed up. You're not in the middle of a range. If anything, you're bouncing off of what could have been a range. But yeah, there's no range. I don't care if DR is declining. I'll still take a trade. Yeah, this is a valid trade. This should have been an easy yes. Okay, the market is well broken out of the double clusters. We're not worried about the double clusters that happened 12 bars ago. It's not an ETX, but it is a naked X box long valid with DR. Doesn't have to be an ETX. That's just one of the setups. Okay, there's no reason why I wouldn't take this trade. I'm trying to read too much into it, Floyd. All we need are 2 little bars to pull back. So, Leslie, let me help you out here, okay? You see this green box right here? See the blue thing inside of it? That's called a trapped order with an enhanced or exhaustion box, so it's trapped X box. When we get a trapped X box on a reversal bar that lines up with the same color as DR being green, then we can buy a tick above. So we'd enter 1 tick above with our stop right below. Okay, and the ATM would automatically place our take profit 7 ticks above that. That's it. You now know the trade. Do you feel better? Now, there are some other things I'll teach you to help you keep you out of trades, but that's all you have to do to know how to get into a trade. Okay? So we take this trade. ATM stands for Automated Trade Management. Boom, boom, okay. Hit take profit. All right, if it hits 2 bars after, that means it hit take profit. So the trade was profitable. So let's keep rocking. Waiting for the next one. Okay. We got another long. We got trapped X box. Got room to take profit. No wall in the way. With DR. You have a low volume score with a ZOI on the bar before, which means a setup 4 at the same time as you have a trapped X box. You have 2 things telling you to go for it. So I do see there is a little bit of divergence on OD, but it's not like massive. And again, you have a number 4, which is one of the usually the biggest movers. Single cluster is never a warning. A single cluster by itself means nothing. Profitable. So that ZOI was like a big help, actually, because it was a ZOI on a bar before with a low volume score. So, see, Damien, the purple ZOI is why you should have taken it. Because what we do is if we have a low volume score, this little number up here, okay? Like from plus 10 to minus 10 with a ZOI on the bar before followed by a reversal bar, that's a number 4 setup. That's one of the best setups there is. It doesn't happen often, but it is a fantastic setup. Can anybody else see another one on the screen that I didn't even do? There's another number 4 setup on the screen. Yeah, single clusters are never a bad thing. Volume is inside all the bars. We're calculating it all for you. Randy. If we go over here at 935, we got a low volume score, ZOI on bar before. There's another trade right there. That one. So far, if we took, let's see, starting at 9:30, we had what, 1, 2, 3. Let's see, let's go back to 9:30 or 9:35. So we got to start out, right? So we got one trade here, second trade here, third trade here. In the first minute and a half of trading, you've got your 3 trades. Would be a way to do it. Now, I like it with a star even better. But just start watching those ZOIs with low volume scores on the bar before. Just watch them, okay? But technically, they should have a star, okay? But we at least have got how many trades so far? We got 1 trade there. And we got 1 trade there. And this sort of confirms that trade. So sort of double confirmation, okay? This one technically should have had a star. But there was another star with volumes, or another with volume score ZOI. So, but I like it when I start seeing a low volume score and a ZOI on bar before, that helps me give confirmation to a trade should one set up. Does that make sense? Again, this one should have had a star, so let's just ignore that trade. I'm going to confuse you all. But got OD and all that. There's a lot of stuff that I like on that trade. But as far as by the book trades, we have a long trade that we called. And we have another long trade that we called right here. Okay? Can y'all follow those 2 trades? This one and this one? Everybody good on those? There are plenty at night. Remember the one I showed you was like a UK trader. Okay, so those 2 we're good to go. We can keep going. So we got at least 2 trades. Okay? Okay, now what are we seeing right here? This is something I want to bring up. What is that? Where you see it go up, down, up, or down, up, down. It's a specific kind of chop. It is what? Coil chop. If coil chop happens and you get a trade entry, is it probably better to take it or not take it? Okay. If you're in and you have a chance to get out, is it a better chance to get out if you can get out at break even? Yes. Okay. So I just want to set that up. Okay. Y'all can see that? Down, up, down. All right. We got a long Xbox here. Do we take this trade? I'm getting mostly no's. Couple yeses. It's a naked Xbox. Your answer should be no. Because it's against DR. Unless you have some other reason to take it. Does anybody have another reason to take it? There you go. We got a star 6. ZOI on bar before. I don't know where you're reading. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Okay, so now, do we have our 3 trades here in the first, 3 minutes of the day? Remember, a low volume score doesn't worry about obstructions because it's strong enough to push through them. So if there's a, like right here on this trade, let's see here. Let me find my zoomer thingy majigger. So yeah, it doesn't really help you a whole lot, but okay, the number here is -6, so if it's between like basically +10, -10, okay, and there's a star on it, a red star or a green star, and the ZOI, which is this purple level right here, printed on that bar before the reversal bar, that's a number 4 entry. Okay? That arrow is due to the auto trader. It's saying this would be a long trade that it would take if you left it on. Yeah, if it pulled back to coil chop, it'd still be right there at the top of it, so we're just fine. And yeah, there is a wall in the way, but I mean, it's literally like just a couple ticks beyond. If you're real nervous, I mean, it's a star with vomitory. It's probably going to take off and be clean. Tighten up your take profit. So yes, I would consider. So the question was, would I consider the pull back to the coil chop area be a pull on the market on that trade? Yeah, I'd consider that pulling it up. I don't know what divergence you're talking about. We have no divergence. I mean, you're in a downtrend. There's nothing to compare it to. I mean, that's 1320. You only have one red. There's no divergence. Divergence is a requirement for setup 4. Number 4 doesn't care about DR. That's right. Okay, cool. So has everybody got me so far? We got star, the volume score. We also had that on the last one that gave us the extra oomph too. Ideally, make it have the star. Yes. Now, there's something else on this chart that actually has the star, and it can be a very good sign of the breakout of chop. Okay, and it's actually one that you could take breaking out of chop. Do y'all see where it is? There's another trade on here. Setup 4 right here. Star 8. There you go. So let's see, how many trades does that put us at? 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row so far. Would y'all like help seeing these pop up? Would you like to know a trick? Let's see here. Where is it? The Institutional Order Prints ZOI Detector Indicator. If you add that to your charts, it'll help you see when ZOIs pop up. Okay? There was a ZOI on there. The detector did not pick that one up, but it was on the bar before. If you want to change the order, just grab it and move it like that. Okay. Now here's what is the beautiful thing about this is this will let you know for sure when one happens, and it'll point it out to you. Because it'll actually show you the bar that it starts on. So you don't make a mistake. And so you don't miss it. Okay? So it makes it just really obvious. Yeah, just a black vertical line. It's like, oh, that's where that ZOI started. That's where that ZOI started. So we got at least 3 trades so far that most of y'all should have got. Let's see here. If I want to make my stars bigger, let's see. Go to momentum. And you can make your icon size. Like if you want to make it larger, like change it to say 3. Hit apply. Ideally, the low volume score is on the bar before or the bar before that. If it's been there for a long time, it's not going to be as strong of a trade. But if you go and change the icon size to 3 on your stars, they'll show up a little easier for you. So now, adding the detector and the ZOI detector and making the icon size 3, does that make it a little easier to see the star, low volume score, ZOI on bar before? And then we enter 1 tick above the high. And we have our stop right below the low on the reversal bar. So I went to the institutional order prints and I changed momentum icon size to 3. All right, so y'all getting something out of this already? I mean, I know we haven't went into like massive detail, but that right there, like, your day was done in 5 minutes. Okay, what about here? We got a low volume score with a ZOI. We don't have a star. So no trade. We got, unless you're pulling a D trade, which Lori calls it whenever I do trades that are off the books. But you don't need to. It's a lot better to follow the plan. What about that short? Do we take the short? Myself, I would take it. Because you're just a few ticks off of this 8,000 OD number, and you're at 3,400, so you just went up, made this, and you only 3,400 in that run versus like 8,000 in that little move right there. So you got massive divergence in OD, and you're at the exact same price level. And you get to enter under the wall, which is even better. You can have the ZOI detector on any chart you want to. You just got to add it. It's called Apex Diagnostic Institutional Order Prints ZOI detector. Okay? But do you see that? I mean, like, it came back up to the same level where there was that coil chop earlier. I mean, really ran just a few ticks off, and we had like massive divergence. Okay, so do y'all see why I would take that trade? And the other three, like, you should have taken no matter what. That one, it was just reading the divergence. And here's the problem is, if you had your chart all zoomed in like this, you never would have seen it. If you're out here, you can really see that divergence a whole lot better. See that? And you can afford to be a little more zoomed out if you increase those icon sizes to 3. All right, we got a long. Do we take this long? We got a long Xbox. It's got a stack in front of it, and it's a naked Xbox, so it's against the trend. So even if it didn't have a stack, we still wouldn't take it. Okay? Short. Do we take it? It is an enhanced Xbox. I don't know if you noticed that, but it has a paw on it within 2 ticks of a paw mini magnet. Enhanced Xboxes usually don't care about stuff being in the way. So I'd say either way on this one, you would have been right. So, but best off, no, because there's too much crap in the way. Right? You had a wall, you had a paw, you had a deviation level. There's a lot of stuff in the way. Okay? We got a long. Do we take this trade? I mean, do y'all see that? Just backing it up. Do you see the stuff in the way? You see the wall in the way, the paw in the way, the deviation levels in the way. And, you know, you don't have DR going with you, but that's okay because it's an enhanced, but you got like several things in your way. I don't know if we get stopped out. We haven't went that far yet. That's why I'm letting you make the choice before I show you. And then there's, like, here's a long. Do we take this long? I mean, it's an enhanced. It's got a mini magnet with a paw. Yeah, I'd say no for the same reason. Look how tight this little chop. I mean, it's not up, down, but would y'all say we're in a pretty tight chop also? Like, this stuff right here is where y'all get nailed. Okay? If you had a bad day, you probably traded this. You went long, and you're like, crap. And then you got stopped out, and then you went, well, like, just back up. Don't get so caught up in every little Xbox and go, there is crap in the way. Yeah, it's like 2-bar chop. So, and we got all these walls right here. I mean, the chance of this thing, that has a wall, a paw, and a mini magnet that it's going to have to make it through to get to your take profit. Wait for the better setup. Are we going to get 3 good setups? We already had 3 good setups. We had more than that. Is there a chance we're going to get better setups? And this is sort of like mini, like 2-bar coil chop. Like 2 bars up, 2 bars down, 2 bars up, 2 bars down. Like, this is a probability, or a possibility, not a probability trade, right? It works. Who cares? Wait for the better setup. Oh, whoops. Okay, we got a long there. Do we take that long? So yeah, none of these 3 should you have taken. So we got this one right here. You got double clusters, which means no trade. It's also a naked Xbox, and it's against the DR indicator. So you got multiple reasons to not take it, right? It works, but who cares? We want the probability trades, not the possibility trades. Start with a volume score, but no ZOI. See on that one right there? Start with volume score, but there was no ZOI. So you don't have a detector at the bottom. And it would have had to be on the bar before the reversal bar. But as you start, if you'll start noticing those stars and low volume scores, you'll start noticing how they can correspond to reversals. All right, so we got a short right here. Do we take it? No. What's the number one reason why we don't take it? Well, it's against DR. That's a good reason. Too many magnets. That's another reason. What's the other one? We're in coil chop. Coil chop, coil chop. Don't take the trades into coil chop. So y'all see there's a lot of reasons not to take that trade. And what defines a good trader is not when to take a trade. Anybody can tell you when to take a trade. A good trader can tell you when not to take a trade. And they don't care if the trade works. They know it becomes a 50-50 when all this crap is stacked against it. On using the trade assist, you would just simply uncheck the short box and it would not take the trade. Because remember, it's automation with analysis, right? So basically, like you'd have one, you probably wouldn't even have the short on, but you'd have long clicked, right? So it wouldn't even matter. But let's say you had short clicked, you'd unclick the short. And coil chop should be really easy. I mean, it's up, down, up, down, up, down. It's like the simplest pattern on the planet. Just those 3 bars is coil chop. Okay? And again, I don't care if it works. I don't want that trade. Okay, now. We got a long. We got a Paul. Starting to come off the bottom of a range. I do have a wall, but the wall's up here. I have room to take profit before I hit the wall. It's an enhanced because it's within 2 ticks of a paw, which means it's going to break through a level. It's okay that it's against the trend because it's an enhanced Xbox. Trade wins. It's okay to take it against DR because it was enhanced and it was at the bottom of a range. Enhanced meaning it had a paw print or mini magnet on it within 2 ticks of a paw print or another mini magnet. So we had 2 reasons to take that trade. We didn't really have any reason not to take it. And the trade won. I mean, I don't know. We got like 6 or 7 trades now. Do y'all want me to keep going? I mean, I know we're sort of late. I can do another webinar Thursday also if y'all want me to. Where I just keep going through more stuff like this. All right, I'll go for... All right, first, since it's been an hour, I'll keep going. I'll record it all. Those of you who can't stay on, don't worry. But I'll give... Yeah, so if there's 2 clusters, like within 3 bars, which are these yellow boxes within 3 bars, don't take the next trade until after it's clearly broken out. That would be correct. So Rick said he enjoyed being in the room today, asked some questions, got some help. So you're very welcome. Glad you enjoyed it. Okay. So the greater than 10,000 rule is for OD divergence. Like if it dips down like this and has an OD number in between and then it goes up, but this number was 10,000, then you can take that OD divergence trade. To increase the star size, go to institutional order prints and then go to momentum and change the icon size to 3. How did I move the ZOI detector? I just clicked on one of the ZOIs and then see it highlights. And you go to where it's like blue if you put it between the lines, and it'll move it. I guess we can shrink these down. Okay. So let's do a few more. I do not look for a minimum of a 2-bar pullback for a setup. It could just be a 1-bar pullback. I've heard you mention in the room you were a little hesitant on trusting the double cluster rule to jump out. I've never used the double clusters to jump out. Once I'm in, I'm in. The only reason I jump out is I get coil chop. A 1-bar pullback would not necessarily be coil. It could just reverse. Okay. Go down and then reverses 1 bar. Okay, so right here, do we take the trade or not take the trade? Just make sure there's not coil chop, Ronald. There we go. Wasn't quite range bound. I would actually say it's more in a downtrend than it is a range. I mean, if you just literally drew it, if I can get the lines to draw. Probably can't see that line for anything. That is not the line that I wanted. Ah, come on. There we go. Pick some obnoxious, here we go, lime green color. So that is downtrending. So do y'all see that downtrend range? So it's not trend, it's not a range bound, it's a downtrend range if anything, so you're at the top of it. I don't usually draw lines on the chart. I just look at it and I can tell. But see that? So yeah, that would be a good trade to take. 2 in the way, one thing. 3 in the way, really bad. Okay, we got a long right here. Do we take this along? No. Naked Xbox against the trend. We got a short. Do we take the trade? Some of y'all are saying yes. What are you missing? What happened in the last 3 bars? Look at the last 3 bars. You do not have a double cluster. There's only one cluster. And that's going to hit the wall. You got coil chop. Coil chop. We don't have a trade called elevator trade inside of Sniper. Bar down, bar up, bar down. That's 3 bars. That's your coil chop. So that's 3 bars. You're also taking a trade right into a wall and a mini magnet. No elevator. Don't take it. Coil chop. Don't take coil chop. Are you glad you didn't take the coil chop trade? Those coils have been getting y'all, haven't they? But they're pretty easy to see now that you're paying more attention to them, right? Halftime they're going to work, but the other halftime they're not, and it's going to suck. I think a light bulb has just gone off. I would agree with you based on all the comments I see. All right. We got a short. Get rid of this. That. Let's draw by something else. Do we take that short? No divergence. Near the top, but not at the top. And what else do we got? There's one thing we have that says you should not take the trade. More than anything. I mean, one, just being a naked X box. Actually, it's not a naked, it's an ETX. Right? We have an ETX trade. As a paw print within 2 ticks of a mini magnet. There's double clusters. Remember, inside of your order prints indicator, you can go to big volume clusters, and you can turn the voice alert on double clusters. Okay? So I highly recommend that. Under institutional order prints, under big volume clusters. So setting section 8, number 16 there, you can turn that on so you can hear it, and it'll say double clusters. If the second cluster happens on the setup bar, then that would apply. So if the second cluster happened on the setup bar, then you wouldn't take the trade. Yeah, turn that on. That'll help you out. That trade went, but again, who cares? Think about all the losses we've missed. Because see, here is also a psychological issue. Oh, double clusters, I'm not going to take it. Oh, crap, that one went so far. Right? But it's easy to see the wins you miss out on and forget all the losses we avoided. We haven't lost a trade yet. We will, I'm sure, lose some trades. We haven't lost a trade yet. And that's just following rules. All right. We got a short way up here. Do we take it? Nope. It's just a naked Xbox hanging out. We got a long. Coming off of that little wall there with the paw, lining up a DR. Do we take it? Some of y'all are seeing it, some of y'all are still not seeing it. I don't care if it's at a top. I mean, who knows what the top is? Coil chop. Coil, 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 coil. These are lines I draw from my 6240 level and from my dynamic magnet levels. We got a short. Do we take it? Nope. No reason to take it. All right. So, yeah, we missed out on that winner, but we also missed out on that loser. Okay, so we're good. Losers hurt 10 times as much as wins that missed out. We got a short. Do we take the short? No, we have no reason to take this short. We got a long. Do we take this long? Coil chop. So now, what may have tempted you to take this short, which I don't think you would have been wrong of doing, is one, I would have put my stop a few ticks behind the wall, but you probably would have had OD on it. Over here, you have OD, but you still are coming into this dynamic magnet level. So this could have been a trade that you would have taken, okay? But you would have wanted your stop a few ticks behind this wall. If you took it. If you didn't, then you would have got stopped out. You would have got another setup on OD. And now here's something that I see that I often like a lot. When I see several Xboxes, exhaustion boxes, all lining up in the same direction, that is a very good sign. Okay? So even if I took this one, and let's say I didn't put my stop to the appropriate area, and maybe I got stopped out. I mean, it moved like, what, one tick? It only moved one tick above it. So depending upon exactly where you had your stop at. So it's like, okay, well, now I got 3 exhaustion boxes, 2 with trapped orders. This one has a mini magnet and OD. Yes, I'm taking the trade. It's not coil chop. It's not up, down, up. We haven't had enough to have a range chop yet. Okay, zoom on back out. Okay, now we have a long right here. Right, yeah, you wouldn't have taken that trade because of the coil shop. That's right. It is not an ETX. There's no paw or mini magnet within 2 ticks of the paw. There is a setup for star low volume score ZOI. A lot of y'all are catching that now. They got the bigger star there in the ZOI detector, aren't you? Alright, let's see if this one works out. Uh-oh. Right into the dev. Let's see if it worked, though. What was our high? 23.33.50. So we needed to go to 23.34.34, 35.50. Look at that. It actually went to 35.50. So no rut row. It was profitable. It moved 8 ticks from the high. So to the tick. I get the data window by literally pushing down on my mouse button, my mouse wheel. Now, let's say this happens and you don't get filled. Okay, because you would have seen it hit the line. Remember when I showed you at the beginning how to set up the whole range bar indicator so you know the profit hit? But maybe you don't get filled, right? It's a limit order. What do? You can't cancel. You're already in the trade. Hit close. Okay? If it goes up and then pulls back the slightest bit, hit close. Okay? This bar took 10 seconds. You had time. Like, oh, I didn't go there. 1, 2, click. All right, maybe you're out at break even or whatever. I believe your price line is the last price where the market got filled. Okay, we got a short. Do we take it? It's a naked short. It does not have the two DR. The DR and the DR before it have to be lining up. So down here, both this and this both need to be red. So therefore, no trade. If you had the filter on, by the way, with the auto trader, it wouldn't have taken it either. One, but that's okay. All right, now we got a long. Do we take it? Naked. But there's big OD divergence. Like a third. 3,000 versus like 938. Right there versus right there. There we go. That's a paw, but it still wasn't an ATX trade because it has to be within 2 ticks of another paw or mini magnet. If that OD is well, then that was like a third the size. Okay. Do you want me to go a little bit longer? I'll add another webinar on Thursday if you want me to. It's starting to get pretty late, depending upon where you're at. Okay, let's do another webinar Thursday, okay? and we'll pick up where we left off. How does that sound? And we won't have the big intro because I'll assume that everybody has already watched this video and they know all the settings. Okay? So hopefully this also gives y'all that are new a little motivation to go back and watch the videos, really dig into them, get involved in the elite room at night, during the day, any time of day, okay? Start taking advantage of that 90-day challenge submission. Hop on our social media stuff when you like stuff and share stuff. We also give away like free weeks or free months of service. But definitely start the 90-day challenge and submit your 90-day challenge if you've already done it, okay? And start your 90-day challenge tomorrow if you haven't. Yeah, we could do some nighttime and maybe some pre-market as well. But yeah, I think we need to do more and more of these types of webinars. I think they're becoming one of the most valuable webinars from the interaction I'm seeing from y'all. Because are y'all seeing that a lot of this stuff is really basic? Like I'm not teaching you anything new, but it's reinforcing what you already know. It's sort of reminding you and cleaning it up. But I mean, like, that was a fantastic first 30 minutes of the day, wasn't it? If you read the chart right. Coil chop, a bar moves down, a bar moves up, a bar moves down. That's how you define it. That's it. Up, down, or down, down. Like right there, up, down, up. That's coil chop. That's it. It is literally that simple. Awesome. So I'm glad y'all enjoyed it, and we'll do another one Thursday. I'll get it up on the website. Okay? Somebody said something about a ticket, needing help. You can always Skype me directly. Darrell, Darrell, Martin 3. Okay? Can you Skype me, Terry? I won't see your email if you send an email. What set does a TA take? It takes the Xbox trades, which is 90% of them. So Terry, if you will Skype me, I will be glad to help you. Okay? All right, y'all have a great day. Please be in the room. Yeah, anybody who wants help, wants to talk, just Skype me, okay? But yeah, please be in the room. Take advantage of it. And I'll see y'all in there tomorrow morning. Okay? I'll get this up in the webinar section, and I'll schedule a new one. I'll put it under section 2. I'll put the link under section 2 on the sniper page. So up here, number 2. So basically I'll just replace this link in the date with Thursday and April 2nd. Okay? All right. Well, good night.